Alright guys, welcome back to another Avengers video. Today let's take a look at some really awesome methods you can use right now to level up Black Panther to the max of 50 and also get him pretty much decked out in full 150 power level gear in pretty much no time. It literally takes you just a couple of hours to do everything that I'm about to show you here in this video. Now, starting things off with a small disclaimer, you don't have to rush things in the new DLC. You can just go ahead and have fun with the new campaign and the new character, and I reckon that you're still going to be able to complete most of these things much later on, as they will still remain in the game. Though there is one of these loot caves that is currently available in the game that is so damn good that I don't believe Crystal Dynamics intended for it to be this good, and it is likely getting patched super soon, so maybe take advantage of it. So first things first, definitely make sure you go ahead and apply one of these hero catalysts that give you a 50% XP buff for about 2 hours. You can find this in the marketplace for free. It was at the very least when I got it about a week ago, but if you don't find it, Black Panther will have one available really early on in his challenge card at around level 8, I believe. So definitely go ahead and take it. And by the way, make sure you actually apply it. You have to go into your consumables tab and apply it right there. It doesn't stack, so don't worry about that. Once that's up, we're back into the Northern Expanse, and yes, the up from the depths mission is still by far the best mission you can do in the game if you want to level up fast. This is, by the way, a mission for Black Widow, so once you choose it, make sure you switch to Black Panther and then jump into the actual mission. The only thing you have to do here is basically do the first event, which is taking down this super adaptoid. I basically go in and just burn all of my ultimates on him and try to take him down as fast as possible. If you do that, you're going to soon notice that there's going to be this XP popping up, and you should see that 50% XP bonus on top as well, which right now should be around 3,800 XP plus. So that's going to be about half to maybe even more of a level, depending on what level you are. Now here is the important bit. As soon as you see that elevator lighting up with the color green, immediately pause and go ahead and reload your checkpoint. That should be X on your controller on the PlayStation 5. And from this point on, just rinse and repeat. I would also suggest to take care of this really annoying shield drone at the beginning, since she gives like immunity to anybody she touches. But after that, just go ahead and farm the same super adaptoid, completely ignore every other NPC, and you should be able to reach level 50 in no more than a couple of hours, maybe even less with that 50% XP bonus. And also it depends a little bit on how fast you are at clearing out that adaptoid. Which brings us to the second farming trick, and this is going to be for your power levels, which is going to be the gear that you actually get. There's actually two really cool methods in the game. The one that I use the most, that I've seen around being posted, is Here Comes the Pain. This is an elimination threat sector that you can find in Wakanda. Now, of course, this is going to be after you finish the main campaign, so you might want to make some progress into that, into the Black Panther DLC, and you will also likely need a small power level of about 70 to start it off. Otherwise, I believe you can't, but it should be not that difficult to reach that point, and I will show you another trick after I'm showing this one. But basically, this is right now the best farming method for power levels and gear in the game if we're talking about legit ways, even better than the Day of the Remains. And yes, I'm not kidding. The reason for that is because this is a way smaller map. It still contains anywhere between 15 to 20 chests, and many of them will actually give you 2 pieces, even 3 pieces of gear, so more chances for legendaries. Essentially, what you have to do here is to just pay attention to these bonus objectives on the map that you can see with your tactical view. There's a lot of these chests around the area. There's a couple of them right here at the beginning on to the left side, right next to this waterfall, and beneath it you're gonna be able to get these items right there. Also, if you follow the path towards some of these main objectives, you're going to find some of these chests along the way, but by far my favorite are going to be on the right side. The best one would be around the middle area right here. There are a couple of vibranium spikes that spawn, actually 3 vibranium spikes, and if you destroy them, they're gonna give you 2 items each. And on top of that, there's also a chest right between them, so you actually get 4 chances at loot in the same small area. Again, just keep your eyes open, and you can also go ahead and complete the main objective of this quest to also get the bonus reward at the end. Personally, I haven't done any of that. I completely ignored all of the enemies, especially since they were pretty powerful early on, but you can just do that and restart a mission every single time, and you're gonna get dozens of these items super easy. Now, if you haven't reached that point yet, if you don't have like 70 power level, you can actually go back at the Day of the Remains quest in the Pacific Northwest. I'm happy to report that that still works really well, just like previously, and you can still make progress with that as well, but you know, the first one is just like way better and way faster, so you can kind of mix and match between these two. And this, ladies and gents, brings us to the final and the best method of farming legendaries currently in the game. This method is so good that it's borderline exploiting, and I'm pretty sure it's unintended because the sheer amount of legendaries you can get from it definitely doesn't seem right. So I'm going to give a huge shout out to Lejeune over on YouTube because he was the first one to post about it. I'm not sure who was the person who originally discovered it, but I will post a link to his video down below that you can also watch. Now, this method right here involves finishing the main campaign because you will need to reset it and start one of the first objectives that you can do right at the start of the main campaign. It's basically this one right here where you have to destroy 3 pillars of vibranium, and these 3 pillars each drop 2 items, so that is why I recommend it to go ahead and at least reach 130 power level with the previous method, so that the only thing you get from these ones right here are epics and especially so legendaries. You can farm dozens if not hundreds of legendaries in less than half an hour if you're doing this fast enough. So yeah, essentially it's gonna be right here at the beginning of the expansion. Just finish up some of the starting enemies. You have to clear up about 2 groups, and once you reach this point where you will see this cutscene, this is the one that you need. Just go ahead, ignore all of these enemies, or maybe pop a few ultimates to make yourself invulnerable, and then destroy these pillars right here with your ranged attacks. It should take no more than like a split second for each of these, and you can get 6 items and 6 possible attempts at multiple legendaries. Once you're done with these, don't interact with the main objective, just go ahead, pause the menu again and reset the objective or reload the objective once more. And this is going to give you the chance to continuously do this over and over again until you're sick of it and sick of dismantling all of those items in your inventories or transferring them to your locker. Now, if you're looking to use this method to power level up your character to 130, I don't think this is a particularly good method at that, simply because you don't seem to get any minor artifacts at all. So this means you're going to severely lack in that department, which means your average power level will not go as fast as it is in the previous 2 missions I was talking about. So definitely do that first. Also, on the same note, I suggest maybe focusing on the power level first if you have any difficulty leveling up your character in the first method I showed you in this video. I think I should have probably said that a little bit earlier in the video, but you know, it's better later than never, I guess. Now, this is it, of course, with the best methods right now in the game. Let me know down below if there's anything else that you're doing to level up your Black Panther character. And guys, this works for other characters as well. You don't have to do it with Black Panther if you don't want to. But this is it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.